another interesting episode. We got a lot of topics we want to talk about today. I want to make sure that everything is set up that you are able to hear me. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna check to make sure of that right now. Let's see. All right. Okay. Let's see what we got. You may hear some noise in the background. You know, that's the reason why I'm going to get ready to probably find me another place, a studio where I can go and do videos. Cause the small space I'm in, you may hear somebody as of right now they're training, and you may hear someone else, doing musicals. So I will be, finding me another place, another space to do content. We apologize for that, but that's the way it is. Right now, I want to check to make sure that I can basically hear myself right now. Make sure to check all of that. So far, this not acting like I want it. All right, we're good to go there. All right. So this is what I want to do. First and foremost, I want to say that February is Black History Month, and we commemorating Black History Month. I'm gonna share a few things in this episode here. Um, Different content creators that I will feature this month that were and still is inspiration for me. I want to be able to talk about what's going on in Memphis as well. We'll be talking about what's in this article here. Okay. So a lot of people say that black churches don't give back to the community. And my second segment of the episode, we're going to talk about that here. This is a black church, Christian Methodist Episcopal headquarters, to where they are giving back to the black community, to black businesses, and what black businesses are doing in the community. I will be doing episodes this month to bring that information out. But to no further ado, let me go ahead right now. You may hear the fan in the background. You hear the seat. It makes that sound. I will want to share with you today, featuring in our Black History Month. Sean is in town. He has 176,000 subscribers. He has a excellent how-to information channel for gig workers, gig drivers. I want to play one of his inspirational videos, and I would like to give comments on it. I would like to give my perspective on it. And I would also want to share with you why I picked that particular video for today's episode. So I want to go ahead, to no further ado, introduce to you Sean in town. We're going to scroll through till I find that video. I believe it's that one right here. You can play it.
If you're in your 30s,
Kick off. All right, do that, this.
made mistakes, stumbled along the way, figured out things some more, made more mistakes, didn't understand, what it was about, what I was doing, how I was pretty much moving in certain circles, what was good for me, what was not good for me, and pretty much put myself in situations that led to a lot of setbacks in it. And if you're in a place where you're in a setback mode right now, where you're trying to figure out everything moving forward, and sometimes you just sit there by yourself and you just think, it can be very therapeutic and also allow you to understand how intricate things can be at the very moment that you're living in right now. As you know, there are so many things going on around us right now. The economy has changed. We're seeing where two people are running in office to be president at the time of making this video. To whoever wins after, they get in office. Congrats to that person, no matter who it is. But we're in a time in which we're seeing a change taking place. As far as technology, we're seeing where a lot of people are getting laid off from jobs. We're seeing a lot more strikes when it comes to the job facet. We're seeing a lot of people just going in a different direction right now versus, and I'm just speaking on the premise of, not going to a 9 to 5 every day, but people are trying to figure out a different type of work life balance that fits their own ecosystem. And when I use the term ecosystem, I'm talking about everything around you, from friends, families, your relationships with anybody within a certain circle. And I'm also talking about economically, finances, the way you spend, the amount of money that's coming in, that's going out, the money that's being saved, and all those stuffs, it make up your ecosystem. The way you eat, your health, your priorities, the way you're thinking, the mindset that you have right now going into the future. So this is what I want to talk about. I want to talk about how you can pretty much level up, how you can pretty much reframe and restructure the things that need to be restructured based on where you at right now in life. You may have $1 in your bank account, you may have zero in your bank account, but this type of conversation will help you understand how you can go from zero to a hero within your own space. If you have money in your bank account and you got 10,000, 20,000, 5,000, a little over 1,000, or just in the hundreds, this is definitely for you also, because one of the things that I understand is that in all the circles that I've been in, and the learning curves that I've been learning by watching a lot of finance podcasts, a lot of self-improvement podcasts. One of the things that I've heard a lot of people say is, you gotta learn how to maximize your routines and win, because the win is in the routines. And one of the things that I've been really implementing heavily in my life is to create an ongoing routine in my life. Like, get up in the morning at a certain time. I don't get up 4 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock. Sometimes 6 o'clock, sometimes seven. But I'm trying to beat that 8 o'clock bell. Like, get out of the bed before 8 and get things going. Right now, I'm getting up consistently 7 o'clock in the morning. Now,
All right, ladies and gentlemen, he's putting out a powerful information there about how to elevate yourself from rough times to a life of, I'm gonna say, success. Okay, a lot of us can relate to what he's talking about, and he's also sharing a perspective of his experience in life, not just gig work, okay, but life, 9 to 5, um, interacting with people, friends, family, businesses, right? Community. You know, you can tell from how he tells his story, right? That he's been through different challenges in life, and he has learned from those challenges. What he learned from, interacting with people in different communities, at the workplace, doing gig work, social media. There's a lot of negativity out there, right? And when you a person that wants to be positive, okay, and you want to put out a positive message, you can't expect people to applaud you all the time. You can't expect people to do that. You will hear boos, you will hear negative comments, you will even hear people try to insult you for trying to do the right thing. Who you interact in those circles that you had interactions with, whether it's the 9 to 5. Okay. You go there and then you get to know a few people, and then boom, you get hit with that thunder. Okay. What keeps you going? What keeps you motivated? What keeps you inspired, ladies and gentlemen, when there are not always people who get you? If you understand what I'm saying, I'm going to put the live chat back on in a few minutes. I just recently turned it off because I didn't want to interrupt the interruptions in the live chat with this man giving you very positive information. He has a how-to information channel, right? So he talks about gig apps. He talks about how you maximize your earnings from the best apps that's out there. Okay. So here he was giving a motivational, inspirational message to his viewers. And speaking from experience, I can also relate. I want to share another content creator's message as well, but it won't be for today. You know, um, he talked about, how small his circle is, and you can't trust everyone, right? And you can't trust everyone, you can't trust everybody. People that seem like they for you may be setting you up for failure. You know, if you want to start a business, family and friends may be a little bit feeling a certain kind of way because you decided to go ahead and pursue this ideal. They may have wanted to pursue an ideal but was too afraid to pursue this idea. Now they feel a certain kind of way because you pursue it. They don't want to see you succeed. That's part of the things we go through in life. And how do you push through that negativity? How do you remain positive? What motivates you? Who motivates you? And what inspires you as well? You see, I'm gonna see, can I turn back on the live chat for a second here? Um, See what the viewers think. You know, what you go through in life, and it can be so surreal, right? What you go through in life that you just can't tell everybody your dream. Can't tell everybody your dream. You can't tell everybody you starting a YouTube channel. You can't tell everybody that you want to make $100,000 a year. You can't tell everybody the ideal that you have to get out of that. Some things you got to keep to yourself, or people will find a way to attack you, shatter your dreams, detour you off of the course and journey that you go in life. All right, let me go ahead and do this right quick. I'm gonna turn that on. We're gonna do this as well. We're gonna turn this on as well. Also, and it's something to think about. It's something to think about. Is something to think about. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do this as well, and we're gonna hit save, and you should see something on the screen pretty soon. All right, we there right now, so we'll go ahead and bounce out of that, and now you see it. So people are now allowed to do a little chatting if they want to. This may be not your most favorite video, but you got to look at them. This month talks about a lot of great innovators, inventors, artists, movie directors, construction builders, business owners, entrepreneurs, so many historical information out there about the month of February, Black History Month, how communities come together, how they went through trials and errors and people going against them and the struggle in life. We will be dealing with some of those people this month. I want to go into my second segment. I might come back to him, but I'm leaving right there. In that pause feature right there, right there. Um, I have heard on the social media outlet different genres, different niches, and it's be brought up from time to time saying, what is the black churches doing for the black communities? Well, we're going to talk about one right here in Memphis, but it's not the only one. So we're going to talk about one of many churches that gets involved in the black community with black youth and the neighborhoods and all of that and businesses and so on and so forth. And I would like to share with you this right here. And we're going to talk about this right here. And I went to the plaza because I had some certain businesses I wanted to check on. And there was some things I wanted to do as well. And you see that it's a Christian Methodist Episcopal headquarters. It's a church involved. So this magazine that was issued got a lot of powerful information. And it talks about the Black Wall Street of Memphis and where this place is located at in Whitehaven. We're gonna read a little bit of the history and introduce to you some of the things that's going on in that community. The first Memphis Plaza, owned and operated by the Christian Methodist Episcopal Church, familiarly known as the Sell Me Church, and the church's operational headquarters are located within that building. Our history is filled with seeking out ways in which the good news is embodied through liberation, education, and salvation. We're going to go ahead and going to read over the building overview. The building is located in the heart of Whitehaven, a convenient area with easy access. Okay, let me see, can I do that again? Once. Okay, so it ain't gonna let me go back to that. That's the play. I don't want it to play. So that's the video right there, ladies and gentlemen. So let me bag off of it because it might jump on. Hopefully it won't. If you are struggling in life, be sure to watch that video. All of us struggling in life. Back to the building overview, talking about Whitehaven area. For public transportation and many nearby restaurants, it was envisioned to be a ministry of economic development. And it is now a place where people can work independently or collaborate with others, and where they can find inspiration, motivation to work towards their goals. The atmosphere is friendly and supportive, with a mix of professionals from various fields. There are 50 plus businesses operating within the building that creates a dynamic and flourishing economic impact for more than 100 families that depend on income generated. We hope that this business directory can be a tool of what is and can be for future endeavors. The Black Wall Street of Memphis, a self sufficient, prosperous business district. And the property manager wrote that right there, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm not going to go through the entire business directory, okay? But we're going to go over some of it. And then throughout this month, we're going to go over some more in here. We will introduce you with some of the businesses. I'm going to take a visit there. My second and my third visit there, I may be able to bring you with me. So we just doing this introductory of this historical event that's been taking place in the city of Memphis, right? Okay, and you're looking at all type of businesses, the executive cuts, Angel Boutique, the Axe Signs, Crown by Queens, Good Vibes Hair Salon, available leasing spots there if you want a business there. If you don't have office space, you can get the offices there. You know, it's a whole lot of information there that I will be sharing with you. You see some of that in the table of content. You see some of these businesses here on that page as well. Okay. So we will be talking about the different businesses there also. So I'm not going to do it in this episode because I want to take time when I do the next live stream to go over each businesses that's over there in that plaza there. And I went over there and I had a talk with 5 different business owners when I was over there. So I will be using this channel as an informational hub, and I will be sharing with you those businesses in the city here. Hopefully you'll get a chance to hear from them. We'll see. But we will take you there, and you will see us on the outside of that building, and hopefully you will also see us talk to a few of the entrepreneurs that have their businesses there. So be ready to look at our up and coming episode as we dedicate those businesses there in that community for Black History Month. Now I want to talk about something else I think we need to pay attention to as well. Um, any Grubhub drivers out there, I want to share my experience, what happened in the 14 days that I was a premier driver. I'm going to share a few of the things that I'm concerned about that I think that Grubhub needs to fix. Yesterday, for instance, I get an order, right? I get an order. I get an order. And when I get that order, I get an add-on from the same restaurant. I get a second add-on, which means I have a triple stack. So once I get to the restaurant, I hit arrive. All of them showed up. I was at the location. All the orders. I go in and I get the first one, confirm it. Try to confirm the second one, wasn't able to confirm it. You know, and if I wasn't able to confirm the second one, I wasn't able to confirm the third one either. It was a pretty decent payout on this one. Reason why I went ahead through the pain and trials and long suffering, which means I had to bear with going through the time that it took to resolve this issue. So talk to the manager at the store, right? He said, you're not going to be able to get this order till you confirm it. Since it's not confirmed, the order stays here. We understood that we didn't have that problem with him saying that. So I went ahead and she tried to resolve it on her end, on their POS tablet. And I called driver care specialist to resolve it on my end. Okay. So when I called, I explained the situation. The driver care specialist was like this: here, you're going to have to go ahead and take the first order to the drop-off location. Once you get to the drop-off location, call us back. and I will provide you the address. So I had to manually put the address down on my other device so I can navigate to the drop off location. I did that, and we finally get there. But before we got there, I had to communicate with all three of the customers, let them know what was going on. You know, I got in touch with the first customer, let them know what the situation was, why it's taking so long to get them their order. Repeated client number one, repeated client number two, repeated client number three. Many a times when I talk on my videos about, and I'm gonna go to it too, many of my videos, let's do this here. All right, let's go back to search because I want to be able to go there, hit that there, go here, hit that there, go here. I might not be able to pull my Grubhub up because it's on my playlist. And it was on my playlist. It's in my membership now. Um, what's going on? What's going on? Good morning to you, Huck Smash. Glad to have you here. We're a little under the weather, as you can tell. It's cloudy outside. There's 69 degrees in the city of Memphis, Tennessee. We wanted to share our experience about Grubhub. And if you missed the beginning of the segment of our live stream, you'll catch it in the replay. We talked about we commemorating Black History Month, and we have introduced to all of you Sean in Town that has a how-to information video for gig workers, gig drivers, all the above. You had to check his channel out. I did a video on his inspirational video about people struggling. And all of us can relate to struggling. It was a motivational and inspirational video from him sharing his perspective of what he had experienced in living here on earth. You know, once you reach your 30s and you reach your 40s and you reach your 50s, you know, you have different goals, right? Different ambitions, right? Through those years, you experienced life, the struggles that you experienced in life, right? You know, now when you reach these tiers of age, right? 30-year-old, 40-year-old, 50-year-old, you look at life a little different. You treat people a little different. You know, some people be reclusive. They stay away from people. Some people decide that I'm not just going to trust everybody. Some people say I'm not trying to get with different groups, different cliques, different organizations due to what I have experienced in the past, right? So he talks about that, and it can resonate in your mind what you done went through, you know, here on earth. You know, the struggles you went through in life. You know, it'll take you down memory lane to where you will have your own perspective and your own story, remembering what you have experienced in life, dealing with people on earth. How do you push forward through these struggles and attain your blessing? I've been told that after the struggle comes the blessing, right? But before you get that blessing, you must go through the struggle, and how you maintain your faith, your integrity, your trust in God to receive those blessings. But sometimes we got to go through a struggle before we receive those blessings. Yes, that's my perspective on his video that I would like to share with the viewers and my audience. It's 59 here in Blywood, South Carolina. just here help packing and moving things to our storage unit. Yes, that's true. We must have faith in God. Yes, we got to. So often, people ask the question, why me? Why this happened to me? You know, if God is good, why did he let that happen to me? Don't let the devil start filtering in, filling you with all of these ideas of where you won't trust in God and you lose your trust, you lose your faith, right? You lose your hope. All right. And being betrayed in life and being people that backstabbed you in life and people you have trust with your life and they set you up and shatter your dreams. Okay, how do you push through that? How do you stay motivated? How do you and who inspire you or where do you get your inspiration from to push through those tough and trying times is what we was talking about. So gig workers, delivery drivers in this community, you have experienced some type of struggle doing this business or doing this side hustle. There have been people that done told me, drivers done told me that they done came all the way from California, New York, Arizona, Utah, Colorado, Montana, come here. Texas, come here. Because they want to leave that bad experience behind them and start a new beginning. Start a journey for a new beginning, a new direction in their life. That's what the devil wants. That way he can control you right. And people hold so much animosity and hatred in them, not understanding that this hatred turns from a spark into a wildfire that will consume you. The devil will put obstacles that you will think you can't handle, but you must have a strong relationship with God. That's where the trying times come in there at. Now your faith is being tested. Now your relationship with him, not God with you, but you with him. You see, your relationship with him, not his relationship with you. What you mean by this, brother? What I mean by this is now you finna find out about yourself, your inner self. How strong of a personal relationship do you have with him? All right. There's a lot of people profess that they for the Lord until it gets heavy, until you get in the midst of trying times, until you get in the midst of a struggle. Now you want to turn your back on God. That's what I mean about man's relationship with God, not God's relationship with man, because God will not turn his back on us unless we turn our back on him first. There's going to be a lot of information for Black History Month that we will be talking about the struggle of men and women, how they persevered on their journey, and they kept fighting a good fight for freedom, for liberation, for success, for salvation, and then give back to the community, give back to the children, all of that. That's why we're going to be doing episodes about this information right here. And I will be sharing this business directory with you that I have so often have heard through social media and different outlets saying the church is not giving back to the community. This one is one of many that's giving back to the community. And I want to be a part of sharing that powerful motivational, inspiration, information with you. The business directory, I will share it with you. This is an information hub. We said we was going to be bringing these things to you. Now back to the Grubhub situation. This is a struggle in life now. I'm having a struggle on this app. Not one delivery, not two delivery, but I have three deliveries, three stacked orders here, or two add-ons. Now I can't confirm the second. I can't confirm the third. I'm trying to get some kind of help here. I'm trying to get with the representative of driver care. How do we rectify this discrepancy? And we need to work on this. I don't know what caused that problem. Maybe it was a glitch. Maybe it's something the restaurant operator didn't do that caused this glitch, or it could have been the app just crashed. We don't know, but we're going to find out though. What's going on, Mr. Flex? How you doing today? How you doing? We're glad to have you here today, watching us and everything. We appreciate you so much for tapping in with us. So we have to understand when we're going through a struggle, what is our behavior? What is our attitude when we come to a situation that looks like it gives us a roadblock from making our money? It could be personal things. It could be the apps itself. It could be that, okay, I got to transport family members from one place to another place, round trips. One way 18 miles, round trip 36 miles, 3 round trips 108 miles, another 50 miles transporting people. Done burn up almost 200 miles and hadn't got started making your money. So how do you adjust and to adapt to situations that can cause you in making money? Then how do you behave, and how does it affect the way that you deal and interact with people? All those have a hurdle we have to climb. All those have a hurdle we got to go over. All those have a hurdle we got to go through. Okay, back to the Grubhub situation. You know I'm a storyteller. Oh, he done jumped off the subject. I jumps back. I just tie different things in to the whole picture of what I'm trying to get you to see. You see, some people want the information so fast without the experience. Some people want the information so fast without the story. Some people want the information so fast that they don't care what your experience was in order to give that information that could be a lesson for somebody else. Let's deal with the full picture there. Okay, let's deal with, okay, that person's struggle. All right, can we relate to that struggle? Yes, that's what Sean, let me go back to him for a second. That's why I want people to understand. You know, I didn't mean to do that, but here we go. Let's see, can I find it? Let's see, can I find him? Because I want people to see him for themselves. And okay, let me do this here. I gotta clear that out. There we go. There you go, right there, ladies and gentlemen. There you go, right there. There it is. If you are struggling in life, watch this video. Broke, sad. How to elevate yourself from rough times to a life of, I'm going to leave that blank. You can fill in the blank. Moving my cars and listening. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate it. So it's how we deal with our struggles, how we adapt to that struggle, is how our mindset is about that struggle. It's our behavior when we go through a struggle. It's our attitude when we go through a struggle. Then when you realize that sometimes you got to cut the cord, shorten your circle of people who you deal with in the environment just to keep the peace and to keep your sanity, that is necessary to do. Sometimes you have to separate. Sometimes you can get too involved with everybody, but everybody don't have your best interests at heart. So I've heard a lot of content creators, talk about don't tell people about your social media channel, don't trust everybody because of the experiences that they have faced or they watch someone else face in this life that we live here on earth. You got a lot of people that don't want to see others succeed, but don't let it stop you. You see, sometimes you have to separate to move forward, to start a new beginning on your journey that is meant for you in this life. Back to the Grubhub situation, the struggle that I was having. Appreciate that, Hope. Appreciate that for me. Appreciate you doing your moderation duties there. And your admin duties as well. See, that's prime example of what I'm talking about right there. See, some people want to shatter your dreams. They want to dig up the skeletons that's in your closet. 30 years back, 40 years ago, they want that information. To see can they tear you down and shatter your dreams and destroy your reputation among people. When the Bible said there is none that is good, that means that we all have sinned. Back to the Grubhub struggle. We dropped the delivery off at 2:03. All right, I get on the phone with the representative. I get on the phone with the representative. Give them a name. Tell them my situation. Give them my contact information so they can verify that it's me. All right. Went ahead and closed out that order. When they did that, I was able to navigate to the next one. I had to drive 4.5 miles away from the restaurant to drop off location for repeated clientele number one. I got to drive 4.5 miles back to American Deli, pick up repeated client number two. All right, now I'm able to go to American Deli, confirm I got the second order. Couldn't confirm the third. Same thing. If this wasn't a good payoff, I'm gonna tell you how you might can resolve that issue without going through all of them steps. I understand, appreciate you. So pick up, repeat client number two. Order had to go 3.5 miles. Drop it off. Once I get there, I had to make that phone call again because I was not able to close out the order because I wasn't allowed to hit confirm the order at the restaurant. Give them a name, tell them my situation, give them my contact information. They close out the order. in between those processes, before we get to the end of the day, I was communicating with each customer, letting them know what's going on, the reason why I'm waiting, because I believe in better business etiquette. I believe in customer service, which brings that customer experience, excellent professionalism, great communication. That's what I do with my repeated clients. That's what I do with all my clients, not just the ones that tip. I do it with the ones that don't tip as well. Now, the next time, I just decide I may not deal with that no tip customer, So we drop it off and get that cleared out. We got to drive 3.5 miles back to American Deli, pick up this order, confirm everything. We're moving on forward, right? 2.5 miles. Okay. It was a decent payout for all three of them orders. It was like almost $30. I think it was 28 something. You know, that was on the app. The last customer gave me a $12 tip. Okay. Add on in the app. Okay. So that was worth my time. I think it was around an hour and a half dealing with all of that. But suppose Grubhub drivers or DoorDash driver, Uber Eats drivers, or Walmart Spark, Instacart, whatever apps you're running, you multi-app and you run into this problem. You already know you can't go through what I went through. Especially if you already got an order on Uber Eats, especially if you already got an order on DoorDash, and you got these three orders, all of them going in the same direction now. All of them going in the same direction. But you're not going to have time to go through that. So what you do, I suggest this is what you do. You would have to cancel out, which means you're going to have to reject two of them offers and move on. Reject both of them offers and move on. Yeah, you're going to get penalized for it on Grubhub. But if you already got other assignments that you got to take care of, you're not going to have time to go through what I went through. Okay. That's what I suggest for the new drivers out there. All right. So it's something to consider. It's something to think about. And I hope that Grubhub can resolve this issue. Whether it was on the driver's app or was it on the merchant's app. The customer could see everything, so it wasn't a glitch at the customer. So it was in between the merchant and the driver's app. So the merchant can see who was going where we need to go, and they knew we was coming back. Okay, we finally got it resolved, but you don't have time to deal with all of that, and you're still trying to make your money. Okay, just on Grubhub, reject them two orders. You can say it's a wait time or whatever, and you don't want to wait on this order. Then you can reject it. They'll take that order away from you, take the other order away from you. You can go ahead and drop the other one off. You see, that happens to me on several occasions on double stack orders, not double stack, but add-on orders that turns into multiple order. Add-on order that turns into a multiple order. I said it again because you may have two, you may have three, you may have four. And when all the orders sometimes coming in there, crashing in there like that, it can cause a glitch in the app. And I have them quite often. So when I was there, picking up the third order, I walked in, stood to the side. Uber Eats driver was getting his order. Doordash lady was getting ready to get hers. The lady focused straight on me and said, "You back for the repeat client number 3?" So I went forward and everything. Lady driver came to me and said, "Look, you cut in front of me. I was here before you. I apologize." Went ahead and explained my situation, but I apologize. But I apologize, like, "You done did it now." I said, "I'm still gonna apologize." Now I'm explaining to you why she focused on me when I walked in and you were still standing here and I wasn't here. I had been here previously. Explained the situation and stuff and shared a little bit more information with the lady and stuff. And leaving out the door, open the door, being courteous and everything, and apologize for the third time after. She was like, "How many years you been doing Grubhub?" "Well, I've been on Grubhub almost 4 years." "Well, I've been something like that, you know. I guess, she was still, feeling a certain kind of way. I understood that. But sometimes you can diffuse things by having a cooler head about the situation. Because I was frustrated myself, you see, but I knew. I said, let me go ahead and explain. I didn't have to, but it did. Because you don't know that she could have someone else in the vehicle and can all of a sudden turn that thing into that fire I was talking about that consumes people and could have been a worst case scenario. Do I always think like a cooler head all the time like that? No. When we go through frustrations in the heat of the moment, or and you trying to process this thing and it's banging your head, you like this trying to process. All of a sudden, a person may be coming at you like that there while you trying to, process this thing. Or you shake that off, right? Get in your vehicle, someone cuts in front of you. Well, now you're stuck in traffic. You still trying to, you still battling with this thing, this struggle that you got going on. No one don't care. No one don't understand. No one don't even know who you are to care about your situation. But now you battling here, right? Hoping you don't get triggered, do the wrong thing to where it will have repercussions for that person or yourself or both of you combined. When you are struggling in life, okay, how do you handle the pressure? How do you handle your situation? Are you always on your best behavior? D-Rev not. I'm not always on my best behavior. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I am. I make those bad decisions sometimes. Okay. Now I got to learn from it. If I'm still alive to learn from these bad decisions that we make. When I should have went left, I went right. Automobile accident. When trying to take a shortcut, still going the long route around to drive in safer conditions. Everybody is in a hurry, moving too fast, faster than they can think. So that means you're not going to be 100% thinking and making the right decisions all of the time. We're talking about going through this struggle here of life. You could be pissed off, then pulled off, try to pull in the parking lot, minding your own business, somebody walk up on you. Those things didn't happen many times with me. I know that didn't happen many times with you. So how do you adapt? How do you adjust? Huh? How do you keep your best behavior practice? Very challenging when you're getting hit with everything all at once before you can even clear your head or clear your senses. I just want people to think about that for a minute before you react to a reaction. Sometimes you don't have time to even process it. Then you're acting off in emotions. And if you're the person that don't take much to trigger, even on your best day, you can still get triggered. Those are things we need to think about. You know, as we do episodes this month, commemorating February, which is Black History Month, the struggles, the trials, all the obstacles that gets in your way and throw roadblocks to shatter your dreams. How do you persevere through all of that? In that journey, and find a chapter of your life to start a new beginning on a journey where you need to be going. Those are things I wanted to share in this video today. Okay. We talked about Sean, and he talked about the struggle. Let me see, can I pull him up again? He talked about the struggle. That's why I played this video. You can see the rest of it's 12 minutes long. I only played 4 minutes. You can see where the red spot is where I stopped at. Powerful, motivational, inspirational video coming from a how-to informative channel. Sean in town. Normally I would have my applause going on, but my phone crashed. I guess I had too much stuff on it. Wasn't enough storage space, so I had to do a factory reset to everything. So it's a lot of stuff I don't have on sound effects and stuff. But I told you I was going to dedicate him this month. He's got a lot of powerful information about all the apps. Okay. And people testimony on the money they made on them different apps. Okay. There he is right there. Then I talked about this right here. We just scratched the surface with this. We got some more work to do with this, right? This directory, business directory right here. Okay. Then I'm introducing to the viewers in our space. And I'll be sharing this business directory of businesses in this city. Try to give you a little bit of history about this here as well. Are you looking for professional, secured, and clean office space for your business? You can go there. Anybody in Memphis trying to level up. We have many options to fit your business needs. You can go there. The people that live here in Memphis that want to level up. I'm going to have some more information in this information hub here. We're going to build it brick by brick. But before we build it brick by brick, we must lay the foundation first before we can build on it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, those who missed the replay, I suggest that you go back and look at the replay. I got to get out here and get into these streets. I got to make that money. And we will see you in the next and up and coming episode, ladies and gentlemen. As I end for the conclusion of this episode, rack them up, stack them up. I just gave you another mind-blowing episode that blow minds like landmines. Peace, take care, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you in the next one.